Changli is a brand new character that has just released in Wuthering Waves, the second edition of 1.1, and she is amazing. If you're an Encore player and you love fusion characters, I definitely recommend going for her. She's easily the best character right now in the game, paired with Encore, and if you like the fusion style, well, this is going to be a character for you. A lot of fire action here. Let's get into it. I'm honest with you guys, every time I get into the menu and she do a little Mew action, we're locked in, man. This character, I'm not gonna lie to you, is absolutely incredible, dude. I don't have the best build on her. I don't have the best sets. I don't have the best echoes on her. I'm gonna try and give you a extremely simplified version of how I feel like is the best way to play her. So let's jump in. You definitely want to build her with a lot of crit rate and crit damage, like your standard hyper carry. Mine right now is at 63, 150. I actually don't have any crit damage at all, since every character, as you can see, sits at about 150 with no touching at all. So I have none whatsoever at all. But you definitely want to go for a good 1 to 2. You want a good energy regen as well too. The character is absolutely built off her ultimate, which in this game they actually call Forte Circuit. So you definitely want to maximize the Forte Circuit and get as much energy as possible to constantly keep rotating that as much as possible. I can't stress that enough. That is the entire character is her ultimate. I mean, obviously you can stay on stage with her as well too, and you know, throw your skill, use your normals, but the biggest selling point of her is her ultimate. So aim for a good crit rate to crit damage and you'll be very solid on this character. You want attack percent as well too, and energy regen. So if you can stack all 4 of those, you are in a good spot. Now weapons, I did not actually get a weapon, but if you're like me and you either hit rank 45 to get this free weapon, or you just were lucky enough and you got this weapon when they were just spamming you with free pulls in the beginning of the game 1.0, well, look no further, because the Emerald of Genesis is easily her best weapon that is not her signature. So if you have this, I definitely recommend slapping it on her. It is easily the best. I was lucky enough to pull one, and then I just hit rank 45, so I got another one. But if you don't have that, obviously her signature is her best, Absolute Pulsation. Hey man, listen. The thing about this game, I'll be honest, man, because I'm a very light spender on this game, damn near almost free to play. This game is phenomenal when it comes to actually pulling weapons, because you will guaranteed get this weapon if you pull. But at the end of the day, I've gotten almost everything and every character off a pity of 70 average. So if you're like me, you don't need to go for it. You really don't, but the stat stick is insane on it. I mean, it gives you a ton of crit damage, a lot. So, and the passives on it, just incredible, man. So definitely fits her character playstyle the best. But again, if you're like me and you have the absolute worst luck ever, then definitely just use Emerald Genesis. It's phenomenal. You can also use the Battle Pass up in as well. And then Commando is never bad. Commando is like never bad, right? As attack percent, right? When you use your intro skill, it increases that attack for 15 seconds, so it's further damage. So you just get a lot of constellations on this constellation. Echoes is very easy. You just want to build Molten Rift on her. Molten Rift is the best echo set for most fusion characters, I would say, in the future of Wuthering Waves. So yeah, definitely get this guy, the Inferno Rider. He's going to be your 4-cost demon, your 4-cost beauty. Definitely going to be the best 4-cost character to get on her. I personally go 4-3-3-1-1. You can also go 4-4-1-1-1. Me personally, just my 2 cents, it's going to come down to what you get the best substats in, the best rolls in. If your 4-4-1-1-1 has better substats than, let's say, for example, my 4-3-3-1-1, then definitely go for the 4-4-1-1-1. There's been a lot of arguments about it in the Wuthering Waves community about what's better between 4-3-3-1-1 or 4-4-1-1-1. Everyone out here talking in codes, bruh. Me personally, I just think it comes down to substats. So if you have better substats than the other ones, then by all means go for that, right? But I got some okay substats. I didn't get a lot of crit damage at all, actually, which is funny because in other games like Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, I get nothing but crit damage and never crit rate. So it's really funny. It's reverse in this game for me, right? But yeah, you want to go for crit, absolutely, on the first 4 slot. Your big bulk and butter, you want to get the crit damage or crit rate on this guy, right? If you're doing 4-4-1-on-1, then you want each of them to be different. So let's say if you do 4-4-1-1-1, you want crit rate here and crit damage here, vice versa, and then the rest are like attack percent. But if you're doing 4-3-3-1-1, the 2 3s are usually going to be these guys right here. They're going to be fusion damage. Sadly, this game hates me. This game absolutely hates me. So my girl is in a work in progress right now. She's in the workshop. She's at a whip right now. Because I'm just not getting the best stuff right now. So I'm working with what I can, guys. I'm working with what I can. You know, I'm definitely working with what I can, but yeah, you want attack percent. This could be attack percent and or fusion damage. I personally recommend double fusion damage. It's just cooler. But if your attack percent is lower, then definitely get attack percent here. But this one, I can't stress, needs to be fusion damage. I learned this the hard way, that the spots in these definitely matter. And I might be talking mad noob right now, but I'm talking to the other noobs out there, okay? Like, I learned the hard way, guys. I'm with y'all, you know what I mean? Substats, you want to aim for like crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and energy recharge. Resonance skill damage isn't bad either. So, I mean, basic isn't bad either. So all these type of things aren't bad. But again, the biggest ones you're going for is energy regen, attack percent, and then crit. Those are going to be the big ones that you want to get for in terms of the substats. So pretty simple, easy character to build, honestly. If you played other gachas similar to the fashion, even if you played punishing, you kind of have a general idea of how these characters need to be built, right? Now, when it comes to her fortes, like I said, the character's big bread and butter is going to be her forte circuit, the ultimate. This is going to be huge. You absolutely want to prioritize this. This is just a stupid move. It's like a bomb. She does so much damage. It's absolutely ridiculous. Her skill as well, too. These are going to be the two big things you want to prioritize when it comes to, like, maxing. If I had to pick one, probably her skill, because you can use it twice and in midair. So it's just gas. The damage stacking is phenomenal. And, I mean, if you have a lot of energy regen on it, you can just go ahead and stack all that and get your ultimate a lot faster, right? So definitely prioritize the skill over the ultimate and then go for the ultimate, right? Then probably Resonance Liberation, because this literally gives you a maximum of 4 stacks immediately. So you can use her charge move, which basically, if you guys don't know what it is, it's that like little like music bar right above the HP bar. A lot of players actually miss this. I know the game is about 2 months coming up here, so I don't want to make fun of anybody. A lot of players do miss this, and that's okay. I also missed it in the beginning. So I'm going to tell you right now that when that is maxed out, similar to when you see Jinshi, that yellow bar is maxed out. It's going to be the Forte circuit. When you get 4 stacks of that, and they actually show in blocks of the 4 stacks, so it's good for a visual indicator as well, too. You get 4 of that, you just hold M1, and she just goes absolutely ballistic and does an insane amount of damage. It is actually insane. So her Resonance Liberation, giving you an insta 4 stacks of that, is incredible. So if you haven't gotten it by now, definitely max this one out next, and then afterward you can just do like basic and intro, which I guess, you know, these are kind of on the lower priority scale, but definitely get them to at least 6 if you want to max the other guys, you know? This game is also a little different. You want to just get these guys out the way like the moment you get them. I'm still kind of locked behind Resonator rank, so I'm 45, sue me, right? But yeah, these ones are one time. When I first played this game, I did not think they were one time, but they're one time. So you just get them out the way and you're good. Some are crit rate, some are attack percent. As you go on, you'll see what they all do. It's an instant one-time thing. Just get them out the way. You know, it's pretty easy. For your overall Changli stats, so you definitely want a good 1 to 2 when it comes to crit rate, crit damage. About 40% minimum on fusion damage. And usually hyper carries want to sit about 1800 at minimum for attack percent. Again, mine's still pretty low, but I've only been building her for 2 days, and I use like 40 of the freaking resonant things. What do they call them? The solvents? I've used 40 of them. I have 6 left. I have 6. So it's been tough for me out here, boys, but you want to get that out the way. Max that out, man. You know, she's definitely worth building. So best teams for Changli, if you're wondering, it's actually very easy. It's exactly what you're thinking. Yes, she loves playing with other fusion characters. Mortefi is an interesting one. I haven't seen a lot of players play with Mortefi with her. I guess because like when there's characters that are completely immune to fusion, I mean like she's just doing nothing. But usually your best teams is going to be either a solid sub DPS carry for quick swap teams, which is usually going to be the following 3 of Havoc Rover, which is a phenomenal character. The main character is actually so broken in this game. Yinlin, if you were able to scoop her up, Yinlin is absolutely amazing with her for a phenomenal quick swap team. Or the third one, Encore. I actually lost my 50-50 on Jinshi and I got Encore. It was either Jinshi or Changli I lost my 50-50 on. So I guess in a way, is it really a loss? You know, it's not really a loss when you think about it, but Encore Havoc, Rover, or Yinlin are going to be the best second characters to be using with Changli for that quick swap style team. Changli loves quick swap style teams. She has a ton of skills that can absolutely just go super fast and then get out of there for the cooldown to come back, use the quick swap characters, get right back in and just go absolutely ballistic. And the third slot is going to be any support of the such. Usually Verena, which I would argue is the best character in the game because every team has her, right? Some teams have Changli, some teams have Jinshi, depending on who you have. Some teams have Jian. Remember him? Some teams have him. But reality, though, is Verena is on every single team. Over 90% of the teams being ran in Tower Adversity have Verena. So she is absolutely what you want to chase for if you don't have her. But if you don't have her, Baizi also works as well, too. I've seen some people go for just Jianxin. I think it's how you say her name. I've seen some people go for her. She's an interesting one. She's kind of like a healer and a tank. So you could go for her if you want. See what you get out of that. All the teams with type of style have been performing phenomenal on Tower Adversity. So if you like Changli, you like her design, I personally definitely recommend getting her. She's a phenomenal character, a strong hyper carry. Definitely not Jinshi tier. Jinshi is still definitely the queen of the game when it comes to damage. Absolutely the best character. So on a rerun, worth probably getting her if they don't power creep her by then. But they probably will. They probably will. Guys, let me know what you thought of the video. Still kind of new to these guide things. I wanted to keep it a little more personal than just a typical build guide, super analytical numbers guy. Leave a comment down below if you pulled her, if you lost to her, do you want her? What do you think? Is she great? What do you think of Wuthering Waves, man? Let me know down below, guys. Subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all.